Hi everyone, I am Wafalango and welcome you all in Grammar in Detail. If you are new and you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for more videos. Today, as you know, that we are going to discuss and start ninth modal auxiliary verb from active voice into passive voice. Before starting that, let's have a quick definition of modal auxiliary verbs. That must, ought to, should, can, could, will, may, might, will, shall, would, and used to are called the modal auxiliary verbs. Keep in your mind, I've written all in white, but one of them I've written in yellow in order to make you confirm about it that some of the grammarians say it is a modal auxiliary verb while the others say that it is a structure. And we will discuss if it is a modal auxiliary verb how you are going to change it into passive voice, and if it is a structure how you are going to change it from active voice into passive voice. Somehow their detail we'll be learning as we start used to. So today we will be focusing on the modal auxiliary verb number 9, that is known as shall. As we have discussed previously, the above mentioned modal auxiliary verbs must, ought to, should, can, could, may, might, and will we have already discussed. Today we will start shall. Before starting shall, there is a note. We will learn the detail of modal auxiliary verbs in parts of speech. As we start parts of speech in verb, we will be discussing the detail of modal auxiliary verb. As you know that I've been telling you that there are 20 plus kinds of verbs. One of them is called the auxiliary verbs, and auxiliary verb has got 4 kinds. One of them is known as modal auxiliary verbs, and there a note is there that modal auxiliary verbs are studied in 2 categories: secondary level and primary level. In secondary level, here we will learn the percentage or the possibility of modal auxiliary verbs. As we have been discussing, the first 7 are used for presentability, the 8th and 9th is used for the future possibility. Now primary level, here we will learn the usages of modal auxiliary verbs. Suppose we'll take one of the modal auxiliary verbs, can. Like I say, can has got some 5 usages. Number 1, it is used for physical ability, it is used for mental ability. Number 3, it is used for authority. Number 4, it is used for permission, and number 5, it is used for possibility. So see, there are 5 usages. When we will discuss them all with their examples, that will be known as the primary level. And secondary level we have been discussing. If you haven't seen, you can go for the previous lectures which are already uploaded. Must, ought to, should, can, could, may, might, will we have discussed, and today we are going to talk about modal auxiliary verb shall. Keep in your mind, will and shall are the helping verbs of future indefinite tense, and they can be used as modal auxiliary verbs. In modal auxiliary verb, will is used for future possibility of 50%. Its percentage is for future possibility of 50%. Shall has also got the future possibility of 50%, but it is used in informal way, and it is used in a formal and polite way. With he, she, it, you, we, they, I, with all subjects we are using you, we, they, he, she, it, singular or plural name, there you'll be using will. It is used in formal English as modal auxiliary verb. And shall, it is used in formal English as modal auxiliary verb. So it is informal, it is formal one. So it is a polite way, more polite than the modal auxiliary verb will. And shall is used for future as a possibility in a formal way, and its percentage is 50%. And its detail we will be learning, its usages we will be learning as we start the kinds of auxiliary verb. So hope you got today's modal auxiliary verb shall. Main our target is, in order to discuss it, how we are going to change it from active voice into passive voice. So there we go. We have a topic today: modal auxiliary verb shall from active voice into passive voice. As we have already discussed in previous lectures, that in active voice subject is the doer of an action, and in passive voice subject is affected. Let's begin the simple sentences. What are simple sentences? Those sentences which make simple statement are called simple sentences. As you know that in passive voice, when this subject takes the place of object, their places are reshuffled, so there it will be called agent, not object. And agent is what? It tells us who does an action, and this object will take the place of subject. So see, subject takes the place of object and object takes the place of subject. When subject takes the place of object takes the place of subject, that will not be called the subject, the doer of an action subject. That will be called the title subject or the topic subject. So and topic subject is the subject which we are talking about, a person, place or a thing in a sentence which we are talking about. Now here if I have mentioned the subjects, these are not the doer of an action. They and she is not doer of an action. These are the title subjects which we are talking about. And here your subject is the doer of an action. But here your subject is the title subject or topic subject which we are talking about. Here the last word is object because it is affected, and when object takes the place, subject takes the place of object, there it will not be called object because in object something is done. But here actually agent it will be called because it tells us who does an action. In entire sentence you will see that him is your agent because action is done by him, and you is your in second sentence you is your agent because it is the doer of an action. Let's start the simple sentences formula. Formula will be subject, modal auxiliary verb, bare infinitive. As I told you earlier that after modal auxiliary verbs we use bare infinitive. Bare infinitive is a verbal has got three kinds: gerund, participle and infinitives. Then infinitives have got 9 kinds. One of them is known as bare infinitive. What is bare infinitive? When first form of the verb works as a noun in a sentence is called bare infinitive. And keep in your mind, bare infinitive, this should be in your mind that it will work as a noun because we are taking the name of an action. Now invite and ignore is the name of an action that that will be done in future, and it has got the possibility of 50% in future. So example, in passive voice we have got subject plus shall plus be, third form by, agent and full stop. He shall invite them, they shall be invited by him, you shall ignore her, she shall be ignored by you. Negative sentences, those sentences in which we deny the statement, reject the statement, refuse the statement are called negative sentences. He shall not invite them, they shall not be invited by him, you shall not ignore her, she shall not be ignored by you. Interrogative sentences, those sentences in which we ask questions are called interrogative sentences. Shall he invite them, shall they be invited by him, shall you ignore her, shall she be ignored by you. And next we have got formal sentences, those sentences in which we ask question, deny the statement, and we ask them in a polite way, respectful way. We use it with our elders, with seniors, and with whom you are not free with. Like we say, shall he not invite them, shall they not be invited by him, shall you not ignore her, shall she not be ignored by you. Last we have got the informal sentences, those sentences in which we ask question, deny the statement, and we ask them in an informal way. We use it in friendly atmosphere, we use it with our juniors, youngers, and we use it with our friends. Like shall not short form is shan't. Shan't he invite them, shan't they be invited by him, shan't you ignore them, shan't they be ignored by you. So these are the sentences of modal auxiliary verb shall from active voice into passive voice. As usual, at the end of the lecture I always tell you how you are going to practice them in your daily basis. Let's select the today's verb. Today's verb will be select, cut, pluck, beat, write. Today's first verb we will be making sentences. He shall select a book. Book shall be selected by him. Book shall not be selected by him. Shall book be selected by him? Shall book not be selected by him? Shan't book be selected by him? Okay. She shall cut the tree. Tree shall be cut by her. Tree shall not be cut by her. Shall tree be cut by her? Shall tree not be cut by her? Shan't tree be cut by her? You shall pluck a flower. Flower should be plucked by you. Flower should not be plucked by you. Should flower be plucked by you? Shall pluck the flower. Flower shall be plucked by you. Flower shall not be plucked by you. Shall flower be plucked by you? Shall flower not be plucked by you? Shan't flower be plucked by you? And next we have got beat. He shall beat him. He shall be beaten by him. He shall not be beaten by him. Shall he be beaten by him? Shall he not be beaten by him? Shan't he be beaten by him? Okay. Amir shall write a story. Story shall be written by Amir. Story shall not be written by Amir. Shall story be written by Amir? Shall story not be written by Amir? Shan't story be written by Amir? So, dear students, these are the sentences of modal auxiliary verb shall from active voice into passive voice. Hope if you practice them in the same way, you will improve them a lot and you will be getting a lot of advantages. Share these all videos with your friends. See you next time. Good luck.